ordering decimals from least to greatest. In this particular set of numbers, I have negatives and I have positives. Now that may make it seem like it's a little bit trickier than having all the same, but I think it's actually a little bit easier because that lets me split the numbers into two groups. I've drawn a line down the center of the page, and I'm going to label one side negative and the other side positive. And on the left-hand side where I've got negative, I'm going to put all of my negative numbers. I've got negative 0.60, I've got negative 0.62, and I've got negative 0.609. On the positive side, I have 0.62, I've got 0.610, and I have 0.6. Okay, so what I've already done, since I'm going least to greatest, I've already figured out what three numbers should be on the left-hand side of my list and what three numbers should be on the right-hand side. And I know that because I know that positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. So these positives have to be my three largest numbers. Okay, looking at the three numbers we have on the left-hand side, one thing I notice about them is that this one has 3 digits while the other ones only have 2 each. The easiest thing I can do to help me put these in order is make sure they have the same number of decimal places, the same number of digits. So what I actually have is negative 0.600, negative 0.620, negative 0.609. And the easiest way to do this is to simply ignore the negative sign. We're going to pretend that these are positive. And if they were positive, my smallest number would be 0.600. My next number would be 0.609. And my last number, my biggest number, would be 0.620. If these were positive numbers, they would be in order from least to greatest now. So all I have to do, since they're negative, is simply flip the whole list around. What was the biggest number becomes the smallest number, negative 0.620. Next would be the middle number, negative 0.609. And finally, negative 0.600. What was the smallest number becomes the biggest number. Now we're going to look at the positive numbers. These are the easy ones because we're going to do the same thing we did over here. It's just when we're done, we don't have to flip them around. They're already going to be in the correct order. I'm going to start out the same way I did over here. I look at the number that has the most decimal places. This one has 3. And I make the other ones match up. I add a 0 onto this one. This one only has 1 decimal place, so I need to add a couple of zeros. I'm going to put a 0.600. Now I'm ready to start putting them in order. Out of these 3 numbers, the smallest one would be 0.600. The next one would be 0.610. And the largest number would be 0.620. Now I've got all my numbers in order from least to greatest. So if I want to look at them up here, my negative 0.62 right here, that's my smallest one. My next one, the negative 0.609, that would be the second number. Negative 0.600 is this one right here. Remember, we added a 0 onto it, but it's still the same number. That would be my third number. Fourth one would be right here. The 0.600 was originally just 0.6. Same number. We put a 4 there. The 0.610, there's our fifth one. And last but definitely not least, because it's actually the greatest, is 0.62. That's our largest number. From left to right, least to greatest, we've got them in order.